and welcome to this global energy healing update for the month of June. So we're getting ready a little bit ahead of time. It's always good, as I say, to be prepared so that you can center yourself in your energies and so that you can get the most out of the shifts and the adjustments that are coming up for us. You can really lean into those upgrades. And what we're also going to be doing is we'll talk about how it's going to affect us, and then we're going to have an energy healing meditation at the end of this video that will specifically support your energies through what's coming up throughout the month of June. So we've got you completely covered, okay? So let's talk about how those global energies are shifting right now and what we can expect energetically, spiritually and emotionally, because that's usually where it affects us most as people going through spiritual awakening. We're quite energy sensitive. So the first thing we've got coming up is we've got a lot of upper chakra work happening. Okay, so the first thing is we've got third eye spontaneous awakenings happening. So that means you can expect spontaneous awakenings in people who haven't actually stepped onto the spiritual awakening process yet. That's something that will be coming up. Or if you're already going through the process, you're probably going to experience an expansion in consciousness, a raising in consciousness of some way. This is like another next step, another wave up, where you're going to be accessing more than you were before. There's going to be more energy moving around. So there will be a lot of kundalini energy moving around, that energy that works from the base of the spine up through the center, up through all the chakras. It's going to be very, very active. So this can cause a challenge in that you need to really ground your energies when the kundalini is very active, because it can aggravate some of your awakening signs and symptoms. So if you're already finding the awakening process tough, you're going to want to just add a little bit more grounding, a little bit more anchoring, being present, coming back to center, and just really holding on for those energy shifts, because it's going to actually be a wonderful thing for you. But you're going to need to make sure that you just steady those energies and give them the support that they need to get through the shifts and the changes and the sort of adjustments and frequencies that are coming, okay? We want to keep your energies nice and calm and grounded throughout. And the next thing we have are crown chakra issues are coming up in a big way. So this is a transformative growth period that's going to be happening throughout June. We don't know, it might even extend a little bit further than that. But as that progresses, what you're going to find is crown chakra issues, if you have them, are going to rise to the surface for healing and for adjustment. Okay, the crown chakra quite often goes through a lot in spiritual awakening. What you find is the kundalini energy is so active that when it shoots up that center, that main center of the system, it kind of blasts through the crown chakra. I've seen this sort of energetic injury in so many of my clients over the years. It's very, very common, and what happens is we end up with the crown chakra being kind of wide open. The problem we have with that is when that tends to happen is your energetic and spiritual boundaries are down. So you don't really have those protective defences in place. It means that it's going to be difficult for you to set boundaries, not only in your own life, but spiritually and energetically. What information comes in, who and what that information comes from, and is it trustworthy? Okay, so the crown chakra really is very important to have those energetic shields in place. So what we really want to make sure we're doing here is reinforcing those spiritual boundaries and allowing that life force that's probably kind of leaking out the top of the head energetically just to be more evenly distributed in a healthy way, in a healthy flow for your energy body. Okay, because if you're losing that, you're going to energetically be depleted a lot of the time, and you guys can let me know below if you already resonate with that. So healing at this time is going to look like energy boundaries being set, really putting protection in place there. And a reduction in overactivity, because what tends to happen is you would think it would shut down, but the kundalini is so active that it's just, the energy is just kind of pouring out and you're losing it to a degree. So that's what that's going to look like as we try to kind of really put the right things in place to support your system through this shift. Now, bearing in mind, while crown chakra issues being resolved and upgraded and healed can be uncomfortable, it can offer huge benefits for your spiritual awakening, because you're going to find that intuitive sense. This is why June is so special, because we're working with both of these chakras here, these upper chakras. These are the psychic chakras. These are the chakras that are going to give you intuitive guidance. They're going to bring through wisdom. They're going to make you feel connected to the divine. They're going to supply you with an unending abundance of energy and connection to source. Okay, so really a big issue for anyone who's energy sensitive to get that chakra back in alignment and to make sure you have access to this third eye, which is going to give you all the psychic information and intuitive guidance that you need. Okay, now we're going to do a meditation for this in just a little moment. But as I always say in these videos, we released a video of statement of intent and commitment where we promise to support you spiritually. I can say that there. We promise to support you spiritually, where we chose the key meditations that we have that we felt were really vital to the awakening process, and we reduced their prices to special offer pricing and promised to keep them there for 1 full year. So we have 2 more to add into this that I think really will work perfectly with what's coming up this month. They couldn't be more ideal actually because they're really specific. So the first one is the third eye Indigo awakening. It's an energy healing meditation to help you to balance that third eye chakra and enhance your intuition so that you can see the world through your spiritual eyes. Okay, just starting to see things from a higher perspective. It's great if you want to clear your psychic senses or your third eye of any sort of blocks or things that might be in the way. It's great if you want to deepen your connection to source and you want to live your life guided by, you know, your sixth sense, that higher power, that connection to source. It's great if you want to experience more clarity, understanding and spiritual guidance, because that's when the information can come through because the third eye is clear. Or of course, if you just sense or know that your third eye chakra is blocked or misaligned, or you just get this hunch, this intuitive nudge that it's like, I think my third eye needs the work, okay? And then the second one I would recommend for June in particular is the Ultraviolet crown chakra Equalizer. So it's an energy healing meditation to help you to balance this crown chakra. So it's great for any sort of crown chakra injury is what I would call it after you've come through spiritual awakening. Whether you know it's there or not, it's probably there. It's going to help you to feel guided and connected, and it's going to help you sense that meaningful spark in life so that you can align with higher consciousness. It's sort of tuning into higher vibration, and that definitely happens through the crown chakra. Okay, it's great if you're in a place right now where life doesn't really have any sort of higher purpose. It doesn't have any sort of direction. If you feel that life is completely mundane, boring, bland, there's no joy, there's no zest to life. If you want to activate or strengthen your connection to the divine, this is a great meditation to use. Or if you just feel or know, like I said before, that your crown chakra is the one that needs the work. Sometimes we just know, okay? So that's what we've got coming up, and that's the meditations that you can use. But more than that, we're going to have an energy healing meditation that is specifically for what's coming up in the month of June. Now, if you have any of these if you have any of the meditations that I've just mentioned, the Ultraviolet crown chakra Equalizer or the third eye Indigo awakening, then pause the video and please go and use those first. Okay, using those first is going to mean that when you come back into this video, it's going to blend them, it's going to make the meditation something a little bit different. It's going to give you that higher frequency. Now, if you don't have them, don't worry. You can take a look below and see if it resonates. We've got the links there if you want to check them out. But if you don't have them, you can still get benefit from the energy healing meditation we're going to do. It's just that it becomes a sort of a different frequency when you use the other two together. Okay, so we have a lot of transformative growth coming up throughout June. It is your choice how you approach the energy that's coming up. Now, it can be a time of resistance to change and any sort of progression, or it can be an opportunity to expand your consciousness hugely, much further than ever before. And I know which one I want for you. Okay, so lean into the energies. Do what is required to really center your energies for this new shift. And I think you'll find that it's quite a special time. Okay, now let's dive into the meditation. Now, if you've never tried any of our meditations before, all you need to do is completely relax. Okay, if you've got space, I would say sit down. If you can, lie down and really allow yourself to really allow those energy healing downloads to come into your system. Okay, now we're going to tune in now, so I invite you to close your eyes. Maybe take a nice deep breath, just signaling to the body and the energy system that this is your time for healing. And you can hold the intention that you're allowing the guides to begin working with your energy on your behalf and for your highest and best good. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to bring some awareness within your energy. Awareness of the third eye chakra. We ask that you be made aware of any blocks or any resistance that may be held there. We also want to bring awareness and focus to the energy of your crown chakra, so that you can become aware of any damage, any sense of that chakra being too open, so that you can become aware of everything that's going on in your energetic space and better protect yourself as a result of it. I'd like to remind you that you are in charge of your energy system, and help you understand the importance of protective energetic boundaries for you and your space. Let's show you how to enforce those protective, shielding boundaries now. Let's also show your system that in doing so, you'll protect against all forms of energy blocks, imbalance, misalignment. And let's activate that now. And lastly, let's remind your soul of the divine spark of light within you, so that you can uplift and transmute any and all chakra blocks within your system. Lovely. I invite you now to open your eyes when you feel ready, and giving yourself time to open your eyes to come back around into the present moment, to bring your consciousness into this grounded space. And we do that because my guides have taught me for a long time now that when we open our eyes, immediately stepping out of that intuitive space, we train our systems that there's no difference between the spiritual world and the 3D life that we're living. It allows intuition to come through, it allows us to be connected to source. It starts to really bridge those two realities in a very powerful way. And I hope that you're starting to experience that now. I hope that you enjoyed the meditation. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.